Let me quickly take a first response from Anila Singh of the BJP. So Akhilesh Yadav will contest from Karhal. The BJP seems very confident that this will actually not be a safe seat for him. Why do you think so?
See, initially when people had asked, or I can say the media had started asking him that what do you portray, that how many seats you are going to win. So he projected 400 out of 403. So this statement in itself says that your answer is not at all balanced. I mean, if Samajwadi Party says that it is going to win 400 out of 400 seats, so this shows frustration. Somehow, giving a very weird reply. So if he is going to contest from Karhal, even that seat is not going to be safe for him, because the work which Yogi Adityanath ji has done in 5 years and the respect which Yogi Adityanath ji has given to faith, and we didn't have a single communal riot in Uttar Pradesh, just development. So people of Karhal, they themselves understand very well whom they want in UP. So they are not going to vote for Samajwadi Party or Akhilesh Yadav ji.
But you were criticizing Akhilesh Yadav for not even taking the electoral plunge as far as the Vidhan Sabha elections are concerned. Now he's done that. So, certainly your attack against Akhilesh Yadav has been blunted. Just like Yogi Adityanath, he's also contesting.
Sir, see, our reaction was because of his action. We were simply reacting because initially he said, I'm not going to contest. I'll be concentrating on all 403 seats. Then he said, okay, fine, party is going to decide. Then he said people of Azamgarh are going to decide. Then he says, okay, I'm going to contest from Karhal. So he himself, he was not sticking to one answer. So whatever he did, we reacted according to that. So our reaction was because of his action.
Okay. Karhal does go to elections in the third phase of the polling of the 7-phase elections as far as Uttar Pradesh are concerned. Anila Singh, I thank you for joining us. Let me go back across to Pranshu, my colleague, who continues to track the latest. So, Pranshu, finally the electoral plunge has been taken. This has been a calibrated decision, no doubt. It's something that, as Anila Singh was mentioning, the party and Akhilesh have kind of gone back and forth on. But this is the first time that Akhilesh Yadav will finally contest the MLA election. Eventually, what went into this decision itself, apart from the selection of the seat? Was it the pressure building up after Yogi Adityanath announced that he will contest from Gorakhpur Urban?
Yes, I think precisely that could be one reason why Akhilesh Yadav has chosen to contest. I think the Samajwadi Party is not in mood to actually give, any talking points to the BJP. And therefore, when the party decided that Yogi Adityanath should contest, at that very point in time, there was this opinion in Samajwadi Party that Akhilesh to contest, and why to create an unneeded controversy. Though, contesting or not contesting, it would not have made much of difference. Now, Anila Singh, as she was pointing out that Akhilesh is contesting from the safe seat, I'll say that any politician, for that matter even Yogi Adityanath, see, every politician is going in for a safe seat. So if you talk about Yogi Adityanath, Gorakhpur is the safest region for him. So I think ultimately the aim is that all these stalwarts who are, also the faces of campaign for the political parties, there is no need to tie them into any tight, contest whereby they should be focusing their energy on one constituency. So if BJP needs Yogi for pan Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh too is needed by Samajwadi Party for pan UP scenario, and therefore, easy seats have been chosen for both these two leaders.
Okay. Pranshu, stay with us. Anurag Bhadoria of the BSP is also joining us. Your first response to Akhilesh Yadav confirming his candidature from Karhal.
उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में ये बात सच है कि इस बार उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता 10 मार्च को समाजवादी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष अखिलेश यादव जी को एज ए मुख्यमंत्री देखना चाहती है। और सवाल इस बात पे भी है कि बार बार लोग जब इस बात पे सवाल पूछते हैं कि करहल क्यों, अगर आजमगढ़ से लड़ते तो आजमगढ़ क्यों, कन्नौज से लड़ते तो कन्नौज क्यों, मैनपुरी से लड़ते हैं तो मैनपुरी क्यों, सवाल ये नहीं है। सवाल इस बात का है कि देखो कितनी जगह से लोगों की आवाजें आती हैं, तो कितनी जगह लोगों को सेफ सीट मानी जाती है कि आजमगढ़ से लड़ेंगे तब भी आप कहते हैं सेफ सीट है, कन्नौज की किसी सीट से लड़ते तो भी कहते हैं सेफ सीट है, इटावा की किसी सीट से लड़ते तब भी कहते हैं सेफ सीट है। अगर वो मैनपुरी की किसी सीट से लड़ रहे हैं तब भी कह रहे हैं आप सेफ सीट है, वो मुरादाबाद की किसी सीट से लड़ते तब भी कह रहे हैं आप सेफ सीट है।
अनुराग भदौरिया, ये सवाल तो आपके ऊपर भी जाता है ना। आप सही बात कह रहे हैं, कहीं से भी लड़े उसको कोई भी जस्टिफिकेशन बना के सेफ सीट बताया जा सकता है, बट ये तो सवाल आपके पास भी जाएगा। आप तो गोरखपुर को भी सेफ सीट बोल रहे हैं योगी आदित्यनाथ के लिए, जबकि वो वहां से एमपी रह चुके हैं मल्टीपल टाइम्स, तो आप भी तो वही करते हैं।
मैंने ये बोला था कि योगी जी मथुरा की सीट मांग रहे थे, अयोध्या की सीट मांग रहे थे, प्रयागराज की सीट मांग रहे थे, काशी की सीट मांग रहे थे, घूम घूम की वो सीट मांग रहे थे।
बोला आपको? ये योगी आदित्यनाथ ने तो
अरे
नहीं
वो
बोला।
भाई आदित्यनाथ ने नहीं बोला, यही तो हो रहा था, जहां जाते थे वही होता था कि इस बार मथुरा से लड़ेंगे, इस बार अयोध्या से लड़ेंगे। तो वो इतनी जगह से सीट मांगने के बाद उनको वापस उनके घर भेज दिया गया, देखिए आप कहीं और कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे, आप वापस जाइए गोरखपुर, वहीं आपकी जगह है, वहीं से आप अपना चुनाव लड़ना है चुनाव लड़िए, रहना है रहिए, क्योंकि वापस आना तो है नहीं 10 मार्च की बात। तो उनको वापस भारतीय जनता पार्टी नहीं भेजा है, कोई हमने नहीं भेजा।
That's what I'm saying. Anurag Bhadoria, if you can make these allegations and you can do this kind of satirical attack, then others will also do the same. All of you are doing the same thing. But let me go forward and talk about the plank that Akhilesh Yadav talked about as far as these elections are concerned. He's making obviously development pitch. He's talking about free electricity. He's talking about jobs. Can we take it that this is how the Samajwadi Party will fight these elections? Because we're also seeing you giving, you're being very shy, you're skirting around the issue of giving tickets to those who are facing jail, to those who are facing very serious charges. So what is your focus?
वही तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि योगी जी के पे कितने मुकदमे थे, डिप्टी सीएम पे कितने आपराधिक मुकदमे थे, इनके 114 विधायक जिससे संगीन आपराधिक मुकदमे, आप उसकी लिस्ट अपनी टीवी चैनल पे दिखाइए तो पता चलेगा कि अपराधी कौन था। उत्तर प्रदेश में इन्होंने अपने ऊपर से अपराधी मुकदमे हटाए, और संगीत सोम से लेकर इन पे दंगे के मुकदमे, दंगा भड़काने के मुकदमे, आपने इनकी एफआईआर को खत्म किया, इनके ऊपर से आपने मुकदमे हटाए। तो इसका क्या मतलब है? सरकार होगी तो आप अपने ऊपर से इतने संगीन मुकदमे हैं, कोई ऐसे वैसे मुकदमे नहीं है, उस मुकदमों को आपने खत्म कर दिया।
Anurag Bhadoria, I asked you about your candidates. You are not responding on that. Every question cannot be just an attack on the other side. You have to explain your side as well. That's the time that we give you. But anyways, thanks a lot for joining us. Let me go back across to Anurag Bhadoria. Go across to Pranshu, my colleague. Pranshu, the point is, as I was asking Anurag Bhadoria, they don't like the fact that Karhal will be called a safe seat. It's in Mainpuri district. Azamgarh, that was earlier being discussed, was also being considered a safe seat. But that's the same attack that they're making on others too. So, that is, of course, what the political discourse is going to be. But ultimately, each party is going to decide what is the best seat for their candidate.
Yes, absolutely, precisely. See, that was the point I was making, that see, ultimately a political party and the political stalwart decide their constituency upon, the larger equation. So Yogi Adityanath, contesting in Ayodhya, I am very sure that even, Ayodhya seat would have been not a difficult challenge for Yogi Adityanath. But then party considers it best to, put Yogi Adityanath in Gorakhpur, probably one, because, there is no point in pitching him in a tight contest when his attention is needed across on all 403 seats. Second thing could be, by Yogi in Gorakhpur and Prime Minister already, coming out of the Varanasi, the larger Eastern UP narrative as far as Samajwadi Party's larger Mandal move is concerned, that could well be countered. I think that could be one, reason why Yogi is again contesting from Gorakhpur. Same also applies to Akhilesh Yadav. As we said, getting free from Karhal in phase 3 gives him immense time and energy to be, put forward as far as the challenge for Eastern Uttar Pradesh is concerned. Not only Manpuri, the Sitawa and other belt is also considered to be traditional Yadav bastion. So why to, unnecessarily get into a contest which might be challenging, which might be needing more time? I think that could be the one argument, and this is also the undeniable fact that out of Azamgarh, out of Manpuri, you talk about all the 403 seats, Karhal is the safest seat for Samajwadi Party. As I said, from 1950 onwards to this stage, that area has been entirely dominated by the socialist politics. And the present MLA also, the Samajwadi Party MLA Shivbaran Singh Yadav, has won the seat for BJP only once when he was the candidate in 2002. So you can clearly assume how safe that seat is for the Samajwadi Party politics.
Yeah. All right, Pranshu, we'll continue to keep coming back to you. Time for a very short break. So it's decided now, along with Yogi Adityanath, the other chief ministerial aspirant as far as these elections are concerned.